What's going on, my friends? Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Victor, and today I'm going to share with you an energy forecast for the whole year of 2018. I have in the thumbnail there, it's game time or something to that effect, something cool like that, because it is. I think this is going to be a very fast-paced year, abundant with a lot of what we've been kind of waiting for and expecting out of this mass ascension and awakening. I think it's really going to start to become more obvious in our own life and our own perception and experiences, as well as what's going on in the collective. And the people who have been really working hard, which is all of you guys, are going to start to really finally bear fruit and manifest some of what you've been hoping for and deserve from your hard efforts. So as I always do, I'll go ahead and break this down into several different themes to help clarify my message. Number one is I really believe it's going to be a time where we lift our abundance blocks. Abundance and all the other things we want are natural qualities of you. Your true soul is abundant. It's naturally, it doesn't have to learn how to be abundant. It has to learn how to stop preventing abundance that naturally wants to flow in. So we have these blocks, we have hang-ups. We have hang-ups about money, we have hang-ups about what we're capable of doing. And it's all of these more like psychological learned definitions and beliefs that constrict your soul's natural ability to be abundant. But it's a year where the cosmos will say really needs you guys to be supported and abundant for this grander mission, and it's just starting to happen. I'm experiencing it in my life. I'm seeing it in other people's lives. So if you've been struggling for a while, that's okay. A lot of us have been. It's not easy, and there's a lot of value and lessons to be learned from going through those kind of challenges. But there comes a time where it's time to it doesn't have to. Your life is not going to always be like that. This is going to be a phenomenal year again for lifting those abundance blocks. So set your intentions, believe it's possible. Even if where you're sitting, you don't even know. Sometimes it can take one idea, one light bulb moment that can change everything. It happened to me many times throughout my life. Just an idea. The removal of a filter can give way to a new idea that you never could have had you not lifted that abundance block, and that idea can spring and grow and spread its roots into a nice, abundant, supported, awesome lifestyle. Number two is I bet you're all going to start noticing, you probably already have been noticing, a change in your perception. An easier ability to perceive non-physical guidance. Your spirit guides, your deceased loved ones, your angels, your higher self. Some of you guys, ETs, ET guides and presences, are becoming where they're like making themselves known to us. I know for me, the way it plays out is I always feel them in my room. It's kind of a little bit unnerving, quite frankly. I'm not yet 100% used to it, but most nights when I go to bed, I can sense presences that want me to know they're there. And that's sort of a lighter version compared to some of the things I'm hearing from some of the people I talk to. Some of you might not be having that yet, but regardless, the filters are just being removed, and you're oh wow, a lot of birds back there. And you're gonna be able to start to perceive things that have been there. And without those filters, you'll be able to perceive them. And it's a real game changer for a lot of different reasons. Knowing that you're actually, literally, you can see and sense protected and supported is incredibly comforting. It's also just more of a testament to how that this actually is leading somewhere. It really is. For a long time, it was at some point, this will happen. And in the coming years, this will happen. It's happening now. And it's still kind of mind-blowing to myself, but it's something I've been going through for several months. And a lot of the people I talk to have been going through this as well. And these are not only people who have been so much like dedicated to a spiritual path. These are regular people reaching out to me saying, hey Vic, I'm a lawyer and I never knew what Kundalini is or any of the stuff you talk about. It's all kind of weird, but I'm having these experiences at night and I'm seeing these things. So it's really happening on a mass scale, at least from where I'm standing in my own life and who I'm talking to, and it really seems to only be accelerating. So I think that's personally I'm very excited about that and find it very fascinating. So I wish you all well with that as well. Number 3, and this is kind of a given, but it's worth noting, is much, much faster manifestation. And that's of all things. That can be a blessing or a curse depending on how you want to look at it. For most of us, it's probably a mixed bag. On one hand, all your goals and dreams and aspirations, they will come to fruition much faster. But so too will all your self-limiting beliefs. They'll start to play out a little bit as well. But for those of you who are conscious, which is pretty much anyone watching this, you can make use of the accelerated manifestation, even of the stuff that you no longer prefer to experience. Because it's manifesting more quickly, you'll learn the lessons that will allow you to transcend it also more quickly. A lot of times it's kind of both. We have a dream and we go for it, or we start making forward progress in some area of our life, and that causes a surfacing of all these negative beliefs to kind of come up and temporarily play out. But because it's just faster, it's easier now to make the connection. It's almost immediate, where you can tell when you're blocking yourself. And just throughout that awareness and a little bit of inner work and self-inquiry, you'll be able to very quickly transcend those things. And that's also part of you manifesting what you want very quickly. So at the time that there's less room for sloppiness, essentially, it's really time to own everything going on in your life. But this will not be a problem for you guys. That's not to kind of frighten you. It's maybe a little bit, it'd be interesting how it's going to play out for other people who are not really conscious of what's happening. But for you guys, it's going to help you accelerate big time. It's going to help you advance in life, in your spiritual growth, in your health, in every imaginable way. You'll get to go and experience it faster. And just the speed of the forward progress, whether you're getting what you want or not, it's exhilarating. It's incredibly interesting how many people I'm finding are making these big moves or coming into these big situations, a new soulmate relationship, a new career. I've decided to move as of 3 days ago, and now I'm in a different state and I love it. It's so like, the only downfall is like, am I crazy for moving this fast? No, you're not. It's just how it is. It's gonna be, you can rely always on your perception of the energy. You don't need to analyze everything so much anymore, because there's such an obviousness to the degree of resonance with situations, and that's one of the awesome ways that you can accelerate so much faster. Number 4 is it's a time to dream big, because next month, the amount of self-limiting filters and beliefs you have, it's going to be significantly less. And so too as we go through in time. So what you think you're capable of now, it's not even close to what you're capable of doing or being or achieving. So dream big. Expect to continually and quickly reduce the amount of self-limiting influences on your ability to live out those dreams here in this exact lifetime, because the filters are coming off. So don't if you set your intentions short, if you're too short and too small with your goals, then you will vibrate at an energy that is going to be representative of those goals, and you won't be able to move beyond that. So I would go with a book I read a long time ago when I was growing my personal training business. You guys might not have seen it. It's not really a spiritual book. It's called the 10X, or I think it's just a big 10X, I think is the name of the book. It's got by this author, Grant Cardone. And he says that you got to 10X everything. Where do you want to be a year from now? 10X it. Go beyond that. Blow up. He basically, the book is all about acknowledging the limitations we place upon ourselves and and understanding that if we act from that limitation, then our reality is going to reflect that. So whatever you think you can do, 10x it, go way beyond that, and then you will open yourself up to all the different techniques and opportunities and possibilities and the education or whatever's connected to that grander picture or purpose will be available to you now if you just set your intentions large. Lastly, I think all the possibilities I was just discussing are going to be available because people really yield to their mission, which sounds, I use that word loosely and with hesitation because there's a lot of like sort of silly and cliche connotations associated with the idea of a mission. But essentially, all of you watching this, for the most part, are here for a reason. Everyone's here for a reason, of course, but you guys are the light workers. You came here now for a particular reason, and all what you want in your life is going to be available to you when you yield to that purpose that you came to express. I know some of you don't know what it is. Don't worry about it. Go out and find it. Make that your mission. Make that your own personal mission. But regardless, once you yield to the will of your spirit, then you will become more abundant. Then you will start to perceive all the cool stuff that I was talking about. You'll have the ability to manifest those big dreams we were just talking about. It's all a given, essentially, when you just let go and be your true self, whoever that is, likely to be someone that surprised you. I know a decade ago, if you would have told me I would be talking to my camera here to people about the spiritual awakening process and with all these light worker terms and ascension and all that, I don't think there's no way I could have possibly believed it. So who I have become is so different than who I thought I was. So therein lies a bit of the challenge, allowing the truth of who you are to really express itself. But the more you can let go and allow that to happen, the more life is going to be on your side and working for you with the wind at your back. So I have such high expectations and hopes for this year. I feel it in my bones. It's going to be amazing and just on another level. And I thank you all for watching and supporting me, and I wish you all nothing but the very best that life has to offer today and in this next year. So thank you again. Have an amazing day. I'll see you guys very soon. Namaste.